All right, so here we go. So, first of all, I want to thank Marta and Cuba for inviting me to be the MC of this event and also to be so persistent about me giving a new speech, because I was supposed to do something that I was doing for the last 4 Magento events, that is talking about development teams and stuff. And I think that was the time to change my topic. And this is something that I have very internally, and it's something like an insight about how is the market right now today around Magento, and what is all the time I put the best on me in make Magento better. So first of all, a little bit some facts about myself. I'm a CEO and founding partner of Interactiv4. It's a solution integrator, Magento, from something like next year we're gonna make 10 years. I'm 44 years old and a father of 3 kids. The first contact with Magento was in 2008, with the very early stages of the Magento 1. And I love to learn. I learned a couple of stuff here in this event. Not too much from the speeches that were Simpolis, but some other speeches that were there. And then I was watching a little bit Bina, and I like some of the exercise that he was doing, engaging people. But I love also basketball. I don't know if you guys remember something about last Sunday that we won the World Championship. Spain is the world champion. I love aliens, travel, dance, gin tonic, food. I love to be related with people, e-commerce, technology, but I really love common sense. I think this is something that is very hard to find, even to be common. I don't like to be lazy. So laziness is something that I'll try to put away of myself as much as possible. And when I see my kids, a little bit lazy, it's something that I cannot even stand for. It's like a... But anyway, I want to talk today about missing link. What's the merchant's role in the Magento community? So I want to ask you if there is any merchant here. Raise the hand. 1. That's a good sign. So what is the role of the merchants in the community? I'd rather say that this is a speech for developers. Why? Because maybe they think that there is none, but actually there is almost none. So there is no room for listening too much to them at the same level as the rest of the people that we commonly think we compound the Magento community. I mean, this is my personal opinion, right? So let's make a little bit of bird match of different platforms that are around there, that are out there, like a WordPress, Shopify, Salesforce, Hybris, Magento. Maybe I'm missing some, but I think that more or less we can cover a good percentage of the market share of the platforms. So let's go with the first, WordPress. Everybody knows it's easy to build. It's cheap, okay? It's not very difficult to build a WordPress site with a WooCommerce. It's familiar admin panel. Everybody loved it. Everybody, I'm tired to going to clients and telling me that Magento admin panel is quite difficult, that they want something similar to WordPress, similar to WooCommerce. But the bad is that this doesn't scale, and they have a lot of security breaches, okay? So what about Shopify? It's easy to build, apparently. Perfect to test business models, but because you don't need to invest too much in the beginning, it's something that is already running. It's a 100% SaaS solution. You don't need to, we lost a couple of proposals against Shopify in the past as a SI. And one of the things that they tell to us often is, we don't want to deal with technology. We just want to deal with something that works, okay? So this part about hosting, caching, and things like that. They don't want to deal with it internally, so they don't want to hire people in order to talk to us at the same level. And this is important for further things that I'm going to say. So they have a very merchant-oriented speech. It's a speech focused in features and business. So one of the last Shopify conventions, they were talking about some features that Magento has from a long, long time ago. But in Magento, we don't know how to sell those features in a right way. I think that this is one of the key facts that we need to change if we want to improve also the platform. But again, it doesn't scale. No multi-website, and you cannot customize checkout, so you cannot fit most, of the merchants that they want to make special business rules during the checkout process, within the transaction processes. So what about Salesforce? Salesforce, former Demonware, it's easy to build, apparently, something that is working that you need to customize, but it seems like it's not that easy because projects are so long in time. They have a very strong sales speech, and the sales team is so persistent. Okay, they're pitching all the time. And also, it's a SaaS solution. They don't need to deal with tech people in-house. And also, they have a very familiar admin panel because big companies, they're dealing with a Salesforce CRM from a long, long time ago, and then the admin panel is just the same. So that's why. But they have something like a strict revenue model contract, and then too much demand and lack of community. So what happens if we talk about Hybrids? Hybrids, they have a very robust, high-performance platform. It's aimed for B2B businesses with complex business rules. Comes from the well-known SAP ERP vendor. So they have something like a brick border that it's putting clients on board, but it's very complex. And then, also it's a very lack of viable good integrator companies. There is no community, no really integrated by default with SAP. I'm tired of listening companies that are using hybrids that at the end, there's no link, really link by default with the SAP. Magento, it's a rich in functionality by default. The total cost of ownership is low comparing to other platforms. It's fully customizable. We can choose between on-premise, between the cloud. It's to aim the goals of B2B and B2C and also B2B2C solutions. And we have the largest community on planet Earth. And I think this is a very good asset. But also we have some bets. So we cannot improve if we don't realize what are the bets or the cons that we have as a platform. So it's not easy. It's complex versus other platforms. But also there's a lack point of emphasis for big enterprises like Salesforce and SAP. And the speech is based on technology, not in business. But some of those things are being changed for the last years. I think that at the end, the training and certification is putting back together everything in order to understand better and better Magento 2. I think that it's the initiative. It's one of the best that comes from Magento as a company. But now with the track of Adobe, I think that this big brother feeling is coming. Remember that for those companies that are using Adobe right now, Magento seems to be very cheap, right? So what happened with the last one? The speech based on technology and not in business. So I think that we really need to change this in Magento. We really need to change the feeling that, it's a platform for developers. We need to listen to our clients. We need to listen to their customers. It's very important to listen to their customers. We need to satisfy their demands and minimize the risk in order to them to run their businesses. So all the time we're talking in conferences like whole topic, AGC, PWA, Reacticon, right? A lot of people there. Monolithic, knockout, dependency injection. So our merchants don't know about those topics. They don't really care. They really care about transactions. They really care about business. They know about how to adapt, how to customize. They demand about how to personalize their products, how to get the most of them. They want loyalty programs. They want the visual merchandise options. They want coupons. The other day we were in Magento, New York, and there was a merchant in the stage, and he was like a typical merchant, you know, with the logo of the shop in the shirt, the big logo, the big American guy. You know, he was like, "What do you like about Magento?" "I like coupons." "I like coupons." Yes, because this is something that, you know, at the end the customers can interact in a sales process, in a checkout process, with something that the customer thinks that it's completely, you know, aimed to them in order to change the price. So, and I mean, it was legit to me. They know about delivery time, how they struggle every day, you know, with delivery times, with customer care, with the store locator if they have retail stores, in-store pickup, stock allocation, CPA, average order value, all those topics. How can we enrich Magento in order to have everything that they need? This is very important to us. Well, I think that we need to focus much more on them. I think that we need to provide to them and include them in the conversation. Really including them in the conversation, listening to them. So, I really want to encourage you to change Magento, not as a developer platform, to be a really business-enabled platform. And now with the traction with Adobe, it's our responsibility of all of us to do this. So I have some proposals. So let's talk about their experience with the businesses in a good, okay, in a good way, but also in a bad way. How can we help them? I think that there is something that is missing here. There is some kind of figure that can deal between the agencies and the merchants, completely independent. So as we provide and protect our children, we need to provide and protect our merchants, because without them, this business is nothing. So this is just a speech to make you think a little bit about that, okay? That the Magento community needs merchants, really needs merchants on it. Maybe it's a message to Adobe and Magento to put them on board of this Magento association. But this must be two-way communication, okay? Not only talking to merchants about what they need to do, what we can provide. I think that we need to ask them how can we improve this ecosystem that we create and that we are responsible for. We need to listen in the good, in the bad, because the only way to improve is to learn. Everybody wants to, you know, listen about success cases all the time. But I think that we like to enjoy from the success, but I think that we need to learn from the mistakes and being open to them. I prefer to work with someone that were having struggles in delivery in projects than working with someone that at the end is telling you that everything was perfect. Does anyone here deliver all the projects with no problem? Raise your hands. No hands up. Every single project has its own problems, its own issues, and even more in a platform that is so customizable and so flexible as Magento. There's a point there, retrospective. I think that a good exercise after the delivery of the projects should be sitting down with your merchants, trying to look back about what you did right, but emphasize in the things that you did wrong and learn from that. I think that also, enrich the relationship with your customer, with your clients. And this is something that we introduced the last year, and we have a very, very nice success with it. So final thoughts. I think that events should be also for merchants aimed, trying to avoid a little bit sometimes the sales speech all the time, giving good content, like seminars for merchants, trainings for merchants, and why not? Meet Magento as well. So that was all. I hope this speech, make you think about it. And I see you in the next Meet Magento Spain. Everybody is invited here. If this is my Twitter account, if you want to come to Spain, the ticket is for free. Okay, I will be more than happy to give you a free ticket to the event and attend the next 28th of October and Meet Magento Spain in Madrid. Thank you very much.